Hello, you all wonderful people. Thank you for watching my video. Figured I was going to do a video from the car today. While I eat my peanut butter M&Ms. I was going to share a little story here, real quick, because it's on my mind, and it was from one of my live streams. Some people were asking me some questions, and I was going, by the way, love all your questions, love all your comments. Thank you, each and every one of you, for subscribing and supporting my channel, for liking my videos, for making nice comments. I get a few little haters up in there. This is alright. People gonna hate on you, baby, and that's just how it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you rock. I don't care where you're at or anything. Motherfucker's gonna be hating on you somehow. Doesn't bother me. But don't be going hurting Sophia's feelings, okay? Anyways, I actually was going into some very, people were asking me a lot of questions, and I really have no cap on questions I don't answer at all. I mean, there's a few things that I want to answer, like, well, I don't know how many sexual partners I've had. That's nobody's business. What I do for income, that's nobody's business. But for the most part, I will definitely talk about anything, answer anything, talk about anything. I think it's a good thing. And that's, when I started doing a YouTube channel, I wanted to, put information out and hopefully talk with people and just put out some good, in my opinion, good content. Because I'm not knocking or dogging on any trans YouTuber, but it just seems like a lot of it's very much the same. And I wanted to just shoot some real shit, okay? And I think that's what a lot of people kind of like about my videos and like about me is it's just Sophia being real. So with that said, I was going into some topics with some people on the live stream, and I was talking about for many years I knew I was going to transition. It just was a lot of stuff going on, okay? But I was telling one viewer that there was a time, I dressed very androgynously, very kind of in the middle, and I talked about other people. A lot of people just assumed that I was a very feminine gay man. There were friends of mine that were like, nah, she's going all the way. I know it. It's just, she's got to iron problems out and fix some shit. But, with that being said, at this time, this story must have happened back in maybe 2014, 2015. It was such a pivotal story, a pivotal thing that I actually wrote it down in my diary. as you all know, if you've been watching a lot of my videos, you know that I don't have any of my diaries. I started keeping diaries when I was like 14, 15, all the way throughout my life until, you know, in the last several years with a lot of moving, a lot of jockeying things around, I have lost them all. But it was such a big thing. I went back home and I ended up writing about it in my diary. Um, and so, anyways, 2014, 2015, I was driving a cab. I've already mentioned this in my my video about PTSD enabling and drugs and alcohol video, which I put up like maybe a month ago. So like 2011 till 2017, I drove a taxi at this one taxi company for almost 6 years. But anyways, I picked up this chick, and she was super cool. I picked her up from one of the properties. I think it was the Encore. It was already daylight, and I drove her over to the MGM Grand, and we had a very interesting conversation. This, now that I'm thinking about it, this might have been like 2014-ish, because it was more earlier on. And what I mean by that is, I think for people who are trans women like myself, hi, hello, welcome. I think there's a bit of time where we're really just ironing stuff out, and we're really trying to figure out where on this whole spectrum do we fall in line. Like, is it full transition, or like it's just it's kind of a complicated thing, and it requires a lot of soul searching and a lot of just soul searching and thinking and stuff like that. But anyways, I was just I wasn't really dressed in any way. I just had like I wore black women's jeans, and I wore black women's shirts. I usually always dress in black. That's always been a thing of mine. Lately, because I don't know, I've just put a lot of different clothing styles in the mix. But I mean, back even as early as my punk rock youth days, I always wore black. So that's pretty much what I was wearing. I had like unisex glasses on because I have bad eyesight. I'm like nearsighted, or whatever it is that you can't see letters a distance, or I don't remember what it is. But I remember distinctively when I bought these glasses. If I ever show pictures of myself from the past, you'll see them. But they were not men's glasses, they weren't women's glasses. I bought them specifically because they were unisex, but they looked kind of womanish, very skinny, like ladies' glasses, black rims. And that was about it. So anyways, back to the story. I picked up this chick, and she was super cool. And she's just sitting in the back, and I'm just talking with her, seeing what she was doing and everything. And then she goes, can I ask you a question? I'm like, sure, ask me whatever. And she's like, well, it might be kind of a personal question. I was like, girl, just ask me whatever. Like, I'm I'm just a big open book. I don't care what people think about me. I just ask me whatever the hell you want to ask me, woman. I've always been that way. I've always been very open and very truthful and very empathetic. That's just always been a quality of mine. And so anyway, she just flat out asked me, she was like, are you going to transition? Are you trans? Are you going to transition? And it was interesting because like the first time, like I had friends ask me and kind of talked about it before that, or around that time and before that time. But this was the first, like, blatant, perfect stranger. All right. And I thought that was interesting because I was like, damn, she must have caught up on something. I don't know. We had this good conversation, and I I told her, I said, yeah, I am. And we talked about that a little bit. She asked some questions, and I just said, well, it feels like, I think I told her something like it feels like it's in my soul. It's who I am and stuff. And she was like, so you are going to transition? And I said, yes, I am planning on it. I just have to work some things out. At the time, I also still partied and did drugs and drank. I knew that was, because by this time I already had heavily researched transitioning, and I knew that taking the hormones but still living a party lifestyle is a very toxic mixture. And so, mainly in my mind, I was like, I gotta get that problem kind of solved, and then I could kind of move a little forward with it. And she was super cool. She was super supportive. She was like, girl, just. Oh, I did ask her this. I said, well, why? After I answered a question, I was like, why? What brought that on? Can I ask you a question? Why'd you bring that up? What made you think that? And she's like, I don't know. You're wearing a woman's shirt. I could see that how you're dressed. You have long hair. Your woman's glasses, and she was like, your arms are smooth. I just was seeing just different things. I wasn't wearing any makeup because at the time I would go out on the weekend and stuff, or I would go out on a day off and with makeup on, but I wouldn't go to work that way. There was a few times I would put on eyeliner, but just because it was such a process, and it was like in the morning when I was waking up, because I worked a totally different shift. I worked a morning shift. It was treacherous, and I was always rushing to get out the door. Like, oh my God, y'all. I was like, from the second I get up, I was just like, go brush my teeth, do something with my hair, jump in the shower. It was just like bam, bam, bam. So there was like no time for any extra things in getting ready. Zero. Like I said in the past, not that wearing women's clothes or makeup or anything, or even taking HRT, like that doesn't make you trans. You're trans because of who you are. Your spirit, your soul, your mind. As always, these are my personal opinions. If you don't agree with them, that's okay. If you do agree with them, that's all right. If think whatever, okay. And so I bounced the question back to the homegirl in the back seat, and she was like, "Well, this." Oh, she also mentioned my eyebrows. Back then, I actually had eyebrows, okay, and I had them shaped, kind of similar to like how I draw them on now. That was another thing that she brought. She was like, well, your eyebrows. Like, she was just like doing and my nails. I had my nails manicured, like a French manicure. She was like, your nails, girl. So like all the little things that I was doing, like she was like, bam, 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 bam. Homegirl was picking up on the shit like fucking crazy. Like, she was observant. And she was like, girl, I encourage you just to go do whatever you need to do in your life to transition. God made you who you are, and just be happy. And then she asked me if I believed in God, and I was like, I gave her a very middle ground answer, and I was like, well, I don't know, basically. I remember so well, a whole girl was like, well, I'm a Lutheran, and Lutherans love everybody in the LGBT. We have y'all in our church. Lutherans curse, we drink, we won't drink beer. We don't give, like we're not the average religious people, so to speak. And she was telling me that because she's like, you could come to a Lutheran church and fucking check it out. And I was like, all right. And I made her a promise. And I was like, girl, I will go check a Lutheran church out. I've never been to a Lutheran church. Now, fast forward, like freaking probably 3 or almost 4 years later, I actually then went to a Lutheran church. But I kept my promise. All right. And it was a good experience. It was pretty super cool. But the point of what I'm saying is, and the reason why I brought this up is she was kind of like the first person in public interaction that really dialed in, and she encouraged me, and she was like, girl, you want to go get boob implants, girl? Go get you boob implants, girl. You want to take hormones? Go take hormones, girl. She was just like fucking repping like hard. Like, I was like, damn, homegirl's got she's up in the game. Like, she's cool as hell. And when I got her to the MGM, like, I remember I just parked the car to, the taxi to let her out. And we sat and we talked more for like probably 15 minutes. Her name was Heather. I remember her name. Her name was Heather. And it was just a really, I think that point in time, it was kind of like a little etching in life. Like, life was like, all right, girl, there's a little encouragement. Go do what you need to do. Again, I had a lot of other problems. A lot of fucking problems. Like I've mentioned, the drugs, the PTSD, the fucking alcoholism. Alcohol was the biggest freaking problem ever. But the point is, I always remembered her. I always remembered what she said. And it always stuck in my brain. I mean, here we are, what, 2022? I think, yeah, 2022. So this probably happened like 8 or 9 years ago. It's a while ago. I still remember it like it was just a couple days ago. And the other thing why I brought this up too is, on the other side of it, you don't, like, I needed to hear that at that time, that day, that moment, okay? You don't know who you are talking to, and so you might be building somebody up, you might be encouraging somebody, you might be helping somebody. Like, at the time I was really getting down. I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to do this. I don't know if I can go through with this. I don't know if I can deal with just what I'm going to have to face with everybody around me. And I was getting kind of discouraged. I'm not going to say I was getting, like, suicidal, but I was just, like, really in a head fucked situation up here. And when I talked to that girl, it was totally random that I picked her up. Like, she was on it. And you never know who you're talking to. You never know why you have things that's placed upon your heart to go and tell somebody. Even a complete stranger, because you never know, and you might be helping them out. You might be helping them make a decision. You might be helping them make a better life decision. You might be helping them to just do a lot of positive things. It's like building people up. That's kind of, so tie that in with like what everybody in the world always gotta, I swear to God, y'all, everybody's always, Sophia cannot motherfucking stand people just so nosy. It's like all the time I try to do a motherfucking car video, I got people rolling up here, rolling up there, this, that, the third. Shit, y'all just mind your own damn business, all right? Just leave homegirl alone. Anyways, now I forgot what I was gonna say. You just never know who you're talking to, and sometimes you're the one that's building people up, and you don't even know it. Maybe you have something on your heart, your soul, to share with another human soul that might even help them out, might even save their life. You just don't know. And yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to talk at y'all with. Anyways, thank you for watching. All right, cigarettes. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that. Oh, that's what I was gonna say before I was interrupted by homeboy back there. Motherfucking getting up in my business. That's the other, like, YouTube channel can help somebody out, can build somebody up, can, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many ways for people to help out other people, and you just never know, and it should just go with it, girl. All right, just go with it. Um. Anyways, you all be blessed. Have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching, and I will talk with you all later. Love you all. Bye bye.